Hi guys, it's me, Rusty78609 in Central Texas, USA, and I went on a trip yesterday, as you know, and while I was traveling around, I met with the lady that had a dog, and this is, you can see, this is Romeo. Look at this guy. I mean, is that a dog or is that a dog? I mean, you talk about a fast. This dog is 3 months old, okay? And believe it or not, last night he hasn't. He is a Romeo, isn't he? Anyway, I'll put him down. Okay, you can relax. He's still a little nervous, which I don't blame him. I mean, it was a fairly long drive, and he go ahead, go get you something. Go ahead. Yeah, you're okay. Go ahead. Sure, go get it, boy. Anyway, the good news is he is probably the fastest learning dog I've ever been around in my life. I mean, I think he can read. Uh, I'm telling you the truth. Um, anyway, I picked him up yesterday afternoon about, I guess it was 12:30 when I left Hearn, and got back here. It was about 3:30, and so we've been here for half a day basically. And the first few hours were a little, I don't know, he slept most of the time. And last night he didn't whine a bit. I was waiting for that. He never did it, not one time. He slept all night long. He's made one mistake. He peed on a little rug I had. That's the only mistake he's made. He's poo-pooed outside twice, which is good. And so, knock on wood, we're in that housebreaking area. We're okay the first day, or almost anyway. And as far as the name and the leash, of course, yesterday was a zero. I mean, he was totally out of it. But this morning, I went outside, and since I don't have a fenced yard, even though I live in a rural area, there's no houses next to me or anything like that, and he could roam. But the problem is, since he doesn't know his name, you can't call him back, and he just roams and roams and roams. So anyway, um, the first thing this morning, I took him out and I had a little collar. I put the collar on him. I got a leash, and he resisted it. He didn't want that thing on him and so forth. And so I tried a few minutes and then I just stopped. I said, "Well, we'll try it again later. We've broken the ice, so we'll try it again later." So about an hour ago, I guess, just after sunup, I went back out with him for a while and put the leash on him. Here he comes. He just follows along like he'd been on a leash for 10 years. I mean, he made a few little things. I mean, he'd sit down every now and then, but he's catching on pretty damn quick. And as far as his name, Romeo, uh, I don't think he's quite got it, but at least whenever I call him, whatever he thinks I'm saying, he comes, and then I praise the hell out of him. Oh, that's just wonderful. You're the greatest dog in the universe. How could I have lived without you? Blah, blah, blah. But on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give the first 18 hours a 8.5, at least, around an 8 to 8.5. And, we're both a little uneasy. There's no doubt about that. I am for sure. And of course, I've got worming medicine and shit. And, the lady gave me some stuff and told me some things. And of course, I'll call her and follow up on all that. But overall, folks, it looks like it may work. I give it about I give it an 80% chance or better right now. And this is the worst time right now because we're just getting to know each other. And but after he knows his name, that'll be so much better. And when he gets to where he can go to the door and let me know he needs to go outside, that'll certainly be a relief. And you know, and then when he's able to, you know, old enough to ride in a car without getting car sick. He never got car sick in my car. He got car sick in the breeder's car because she had him in one of those little pet holders, and I think he got a little claustrophobic in addition to being in a car. And also, there was another dog in there with him. She was going to College Station to deliver another dog. But anyway, so that's the introduction to Romeo. You may never see him again, but he's here. He's got him a little spot under the dining room table where his food bowl and his water bowl is. And he goes there. And then last night, I put him right beside my bed. There's a place beside the bed about this wide and about 6 feet long. And I just I had a pillow in there, but he wouldn't stay on the pillow. So I took the pillow out and I got a towel and doubled it up and laid it down there. And he stayed on the towel all night. Apparently he's not too fond of the pillow. So I'm trying to do everything without spending, you know, much money. I made some little toys, and I'll explain that in one of my videos later. But I did make some little toys. You know, I tied some socks and knots, and I put some wine corks in the sock. He likes that one for some reason. I don't know why. And of course, I got some chew sticks. So, but anyway, Romeo is here. I thought about changing his name since she told me that he really didn't know his name. I could basically do anything I was going to do. And I thought about naming him Arrow. And the reason I thought of that was there was an old movie in the early 70s. And the name of the movie was called, it was a made for TV movie. It was called The Point. And The Point was about this boy that lived in the land of Point. And everything in the land of Point, including the people, had a point. Even the people had a point on their heads. And the little boy's name was Oblio, and he was born with a round head. He didn't have a point. So his mother made a little cap so he'd have a point, and he had a dog, and guess what the dog's name was? The dog was Arrow. And one of the songs in that movie was, "Me and my arrow, straight up and narrow, wherever we go, everyone knows it's me and my arrow, da 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 da." Anyway, it was a good movie, a good story, and they were banished to the pointless forest. And when they came out of the pointless forest, they had a point. If you ever have a chance, watch the movie The Point. It was a made-for-children movie, but there's a lot in there for adults. I promise. Kind of like a Dr. Seuss. And the guy that did the music for that movie was the guy that wrote the theme song for, it was this cowboy goes to the big city. I can't remember the name of it, back in the 70s. Anyway, it was a great song, and the guy that wrote the song was a great writer, and you know, it's hell to be brain dead. But anyway, that was the reason for the name Arrow. So having said all that, I slept pretty good last night. I was up, you know, I say up, I don't know, I was aware, okay, during the night, because I kept thinking about what I was going to do in the morning, you know, when we get up, what's the first thing. And what I did was, first thing, I just took him outside, and he didn't do anything. He just walked around. And oh, here's something you'll think's funny. When I got home yesterday afternoon about 3:30, we came in, and I thought, well, I'd introduce him to the yard. And I thought, well, I won't put the collar on him at first. I'll see if he'll follow me. He didn't. He went straight up under the patio and right up under the RV, where you couldn't have got to him you'd had to have an arm about 15 feet long to reach up under there and get him. So there I thought, okay, genius, you've got a dog up under your patio close to your RV. Your patio's 15 by 18 feet. How do you get the dog out? So anyway, I called him. He just sat there looking at me. I have to say this, it appears to me that the young poodles can be a little stubborn. I mean, I think he knew what I was doing, but he just decided to sit on his butt and ignore me. But that's fine. I got it. I got the point. You got it, the point. And but anyway, finally he moved up close to one side of the patio where I could reach down and get him, and I did. And then I tried, putting the leash on him or the collar, and then letting the leash out. It goes out like 15 or 18 feet, and then fixing it so he'd just be able to go around with that. But that didn't work out too good. I may end up having to get a little 36-inch chicken wire fence. I'll get some chicken wire and fence in an area. That'll probably be my best bet, but it isn't going to take much. I mean, he doesn't eat much. She sent me some food, and so his digestive tract won't be disturbed. As far as eating, he had one little bit yesterday, and I don't know what he's done this morning. Not much, because I only put like 4 ounces of food in his bowl, and it looks like there's 4 ounces in the bowl. I don't think food's going to be a big cost. And then I think at the age of, 4 months, you get the rabies shot and something else. And then I'll get on a regular program, not with a vet. I mean, you have to take them to the vet for that one. But as far as there's another shot that you give every, I can't remember, 3 weeks, 6 weeks. She told me. But you can go to Tractor Supply and get it, and you can buy the little syringes, and she told me how to pinch the fur up and give him the shot, and she showed me how to use the syringe to put the wormer medicine in his mouth so he wouldn't spit it all out, so to speak. But be that as it may, I know y'all are really excited about me having a baby. It's kind of like a grandkid. Does anybody want to hear about somebody else's grandkid? Probably not. Do you want to hear about my dog? No. But that's the only thing I can think of to talk about. And but anyway, he's over there laying down, and I thought that was going to be an issue, being under each other's feet and so forth. And it may be, I don't know, but I've got I found some little throwaway, I guess you call them, the free little newspapers when I was in Hearn. I had some time to look around. I went to a Brookshire's grocery store and got me a banana and some yogurt for lunch. And I found these little newspapers that were free, and I just picked up a whole stack of them. And I've got a few of them covering the floor, but knock on wood, so far he's made one error, and I could have caught him then, but I was talking to my son on the phone, and I noticed he was circling and sniffing. I knew what he was fixing to do, but I was talking to my son, and by the time I got to where he was, he'd already done his pee-peeing. But that was the only one so far, and knock on wood, he slept all night. I slept all night, kind of. And that is the beginning of actually day one, or almost about 2/3 of a day. How many hours would that be? From, we'll say 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. is 12. Yeah, we've had about 18 hours, not quite. It's 8:43 a.m. now, Central Standard Time. And fortunately, there's rain around. It's cool enough. I've got the windows open because it's only about 78 outside. So anyway, oh, what have I done? I don't know. But anyway, so far so good. I've always been the sound of one hand clapping. You know what I mean? And when you live alone, it's like a sharp stick in your eye. You just get used to it. And, I don't know. We're going to say it hasn't bothered me, even though that, I've had to do a lot of extra things that I normally don't do. So far, you couldn't have a better dog, at least as far as I can see right now. And it's only been a day, but he's extremely quiet so far. He doesn't whine at night so far. He's only messed one time so far, and he doesn't eat much. I don't think that's going to change, and he's not going to be a big dog. He'll be about 13 inches, I think she said, when he's full grown, which is about like this, and he'll weigh about 10 pounds. He weighs 5 now. So, and I guess you saw how his hair was cut. You know, she's got a trimmer and she trims her dogs, but I mean, she shaved him pretty good because she said there was only one blade on her clippers that was working real good. So he looks like a Mexican hairless, if you know what that is. But anyway, having said all that, folks, y'all have a good day. I will too. Thumbs up, Carpe Diem. Welcome home, Romeo. Thumbs up, Carpe Diem. Adios. Bye bye. Oh. Enjoy your day, folks. I will. I hope.